Find the bike lane, find the bike lane. And we're safe. Keep going straight ahead. We're back. We're back where we started. So, you know what? I'm just gonna go straight and go through the route that I actually know and not experiment too much. It'll be a slightly longer ride, but yeah, that's fine. Hello, hello. You're joining me on a beautiful Saturday morning in Berlin. I have a small task today, so I'm taking you along with me to do that. Turn right here. So the thing is, I woke up in the morning, we had a coffee, I did some basic stuff, and I just realized that I have an appointment at the Apple store here. I have a really old MacBook Pro. It's like one of those big MacBooks. I had just bought it secondhand, and it's a 2012 version, and the battery just lasts for like 20 minutes at this point, or 15 minutes without charging it. And I'm hoping that the Apple store can give me some options to actually change the battery or do something with it. Because what I've heard is the battery for this particular model cannot be easily changed. It's actually stuck into it, you know, like with glue and stuff. So we're going to the very new Apple store that has opened here, and it's at Hackeschiffmarkt. So it's not really far from Alexanderplatz, where we started our night ride in the last video, if you watched that video already. So it's not very far from there, but it's in like a nice, beautiful part of the city. So I thought, why not go and get my work done, do my errands, and also to create a video for all of you guys, you know, so you also get motivated to do more of your day-to-day stuff on a bicycle. But last evening it was super weird, you know, so we were actually on an Uber. We're actually in an Uber. Hold on. I have to stop here and I will continue the story as soon as we get to the other side. Okay, so last evening we went out to have some Ethiopian food, which was pretty awesome. So I had one of those, what they call Doro Wat, I think. It's a huge dish with injera at the bottom and with chicken and eggs on the top, which is kind of like marinade, cooked overnight or something like that. So when we were coming back, we took an Uber home because it just got like super chilly very, very quickly. And we wanted to get home fast, and then there was like this huge line of people on bikes, and it was like hundreds, if not thousands of people on bikes, and they were just holding back traffic, you know, just intentionally holding back traffic, not letting anyone through. There was like a little bit of chaos in Berlin. I don't know if it made the news or anything, but it was really bad because they were like trying to actively block all the car traffic on the road. And I like cycling, you know, I like cycling in the city, but I don't like it when people are like disruptive like this on purpose, you know. So there are people who need to obviously use cars. There are people who need to get to places quickly. No one's living a lifestyle where you can, you know, bike everywhere all the time. But just, yeah, some people just don't get it, and they try to make a point or just like put across a point. And then we were just stuck there for like 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and people started getting upset, and there was like a little bit of chaos happening, a bit of screaming, shouting. I didn't get it on video because I was just like, this never happens in Germany, so like I was just looking. It's great that we have this opportunity to bike around in the city, but you know, forcing it on people, just creating a chaos for no reason. I don't know what it was for. Maybe there was a strong reason to do it, but I don't find it justified, you know. Okay, we keep going straight. I don't think we're allowed to go on that street, so I'm just gonna take a left here. And I have a feeling that there's something blocking the road ahead. But I don't have a feeling, I can just see it. See that? That sign means there are people constructing stuff. I think we can just sneak in from the right here. I hope so. And we're almost there, you know, we're not very far from the Apple store, so. Okay, made it through. And we are on our street where we need to be. A lot of people on the street today. Okay, we're almost there. So we just reached Hakashamark. That was like what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes or something. My appointment is at 12:40. Okay, take more time. So my appointment is at 12:40. And I think I might be a bit early actually. So I'm just gonna find like a nice place to park the bike, which is a bit safe. Safety is a relative term here. There it is, that's the Apple store. Looks really nice. It's brand new. I think there was one more somewhere else, but not here. Okay, so let's park our bike somewhere and then just go into the store. This looks relatively safe. Okay, so I'm just gonna go into the store and then I'll bring you back once my work is done. See ya. We just finished at the Apple store, and unfortunately I have found out that my laptop is really old and Apple doesn't support it anymore. So I can't really get my battery replaced, so I'm at least for now I'm just gonna have to use it the way it is, which is not really bad. You just need to have a extension board with it all the time, but it still works perfectly, so I don't want to go and spend a lot of money to buy a new one. And I just basically use it for some creative stuff, you know, like editing videos or something like that. So I could just do that at home. I don't have to go outside, carry it for long periods of time. So we're gonna somehow make it work. And now wow, it's a windy day. There's a lovely Georgian restaurant over here with the blue umbrellas and everything on the left there at the back. With the Mac, I think the only option now is to live with what we have, or to find like a third-party person who can replace the battery for us and charges a lot of money for it. And there's no guarantees as well. So the problem with the computer that I have is that it's okay, where am I going now? I'm a bit lost. Am I just going around in circles? I think I'm going around in circles. But anyway, it's a beautiful street, so I don't mind. I can only I cannot replace the batteries myself because it's stuck to the motherboard, it seems. So they've actually glued it to the whole unit, and there's a lot of like weird chemicals you have to use to try and scrape that thing out, and even after that there's no guarantee that it'll work. So at the end of it, it's basically, oh, we're back we're back where we started. So you know what, I'm just gonna go straight and go through the route that I actually know and not experiment too much. It'll be a slightly longer ride, but yeah, that's fine. But the guy did say that if you give this computer back, you can maybe get like a 5% discount, so that's what he can offer on a new machine, which, you know, as expensive as Apple is, that's quite a lot of money. So that's an option that I can consider, but I don't know if I will at this point. I don't want to spend a shit ton of money on just a luxury product at this point. That's like an old post office, I think, on the right over here. They've really redone this, some parts of this area really well. So we are close to Oranienburger Tor. Again, it's very central in the city, so there's this huge complex that they've built out over here. Super fancy, nice stores. And there's a very popular Indian restaurant called Amrit on the right. It's usually very full, beautiful place. They actually, I'm pretty sure they serve like hundreds and literally hundreds of people every single day. Let's turn right here, because I know this street is like a bicycle street. So I love these bike lane priority streets when I'm on the cycle. Wow, someone's riding a electric car here. Like an RV. I used to love those when I was a kid, but I didn't have any. I think I had one, which was really sad though. It didn't go as fast. Well, back then the technology was not as great and they were really expensive, so. Okay, priority road, bike road, keep going straight ahead. This is what is really amazing about Europe, you know, no matter how big the city is, you can always find like these quaint streets. And you can bicycle through them, you know, you can cycle through them and enjoy the scenery. I think it's actually also the wind that is making it harder, because it's right in front, coming straight into me. There's a lot of resistance. We don't like resistance. Especially if you're a city cyclist. You're usually going for some kind of work and you don't want to be all sweaty, exhausted when you reach. Whew. Okay, we are at Rosenthaler Platz. We have a huge climb ahead of us, but we'll make it. Turn left here and find the bike lane, And we're safe, well, relatively. So if you don't know Berlin, we're in a place called Rosenthaler Platz, where this bike lane just magically disappears. So we're gonna go down to the tram path, I think. Really not the best, but I will live. And right in front of me is the beginning of Prenzlauer Berg. So I don't know how many of you speak German, a little bit, but Berg means a hill or a mountain, and Prenzlauer Berg is like, it means Prenzlau plus mountain or hill. So Berlin is relatively flat. But there are some like small climbs like this one. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but it's pretty steep, especially if you are already exhausted. Down to second gear now. Whew. Oh, look at that Audi R8. Such a cool car. Oh, by the way, if I didn't tell you, we're just headed back home now. So I'm at a street called Castanianale, and then we're gonna go back towards our home very, very quickly and rest for a while. Whew. Another bike lane. Well, I know what might be the problem. It's my bag. That laptop weighs a fucking ton. I think I'm just gonna cycle home from here. I'm like super exhausted. So I'm just gonna end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched it, I hope you enjoyed my ride to the Apple Store. And yeah, please consider subscribing if you like this kind of content. And yeah, I'll keep getting out here. I'll keep taking you along with me. So please join me for the journey. It keeps me motivated. Take care and bye bye.